Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Today's article comes from a Ukrainian source and will tell us about some Russians' losses, but not any kind of losses, some special troops losses, according to the Ukrainians. And I will have a question that I will address it to my fellow Ukrainians after I read this article. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda from today, June 7th, 2022, and this is the title. Lviv paratroopers kill half a hundred Pskov blue berets in 14-hour battle. Well, that's something. So Lviv paratroopers have reported that the destruction of armored vehicles belonging to the invaders, the Russians, and the deaths of up to 50 Pskov paratroopers occupiers on Donetsk front. Source: Press Center of the Command of the Airborne Assault Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 80th Separate Air Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces. Oh my God! If you are in emergency, you die 3 times before you say, "Hey, I'm part of the." Okay, quote, and I'm quoting obviously. Recently in the Donetsk region, as the invaders attempted to cut off a strategically important route, their plans were thwarted by paratroopers. Great. The battle began when an enemy sabotage and reconnaissance group tried to approach the Ukrainian positions unnoticed. Our defenders fired using small arms and forced them to retreat. The occupiers were not pacified, however. They didn't get enough, I guess. Later, they were reinforced by armored vehicles and went on the attack. Here, the Lviv paratroopers arranged a quote-unquote warm welcome for them. The Ukrainian soldiers reduced a Russian armored assault vehicle to ashes with an accurate shot from a light anti-armor weapon and then proceeded to kill the enemy. Okay. Our soldiers showed courage and heroism during a fierce battle that lasted almost 14 hours. Details. It is noted that the coordinated action of the artillery units of the 80th Brigade inflicted a massive artillery strike on the retreating army. Okay, they were retreating. According to the airborne assault forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, that day the Russian unit, which is part of the 104th Assault Regiment of the 76th Assault Division, Pskov, lost several armored vehicles and up to 50 personnel as a result of the welcome of the Lviv paratroopers. Now the question, let me make a little bit something before that. So at least 50 Russians died. Great. Out of how many? That matters. That's a pre-question. And then the real question is, how many Ukrainians died? 5,000? Because it always matters. I mean, okay, you killed 50 Russians. Great. Out of how many? Okay. And how many of yours died? Now, if yours died, let's say, from your guys died, let's say 1,000, and you killed 50, doesn't look good, does it? Now, if you killed 50 and none of yours died, or 1 or 2 or 3 dies, yeah, that's a success. Now, if you killed 50 out of 50,000 or 1,000, and you again died, I don't know, 100, then again, that's a big problem, right? So it's always, it's not only 50 out of how many. It's like, okay, I tell you guys, I participated in a competition and I came third. Wow, well, not bad. Oh man, third, bronze medal. That's great. Yeah, until someone would ask, okay, Emil, how many participants? Out of how many? And I'll say, 3. Is it the same congratulations for Emil? Third place out of 3 or third place out of 1,000? Which one is it? You see that those congratulations for the third place are not the same and should not be the same. The same here, 50 out of how many, and how many losses you had. Without that, we can't really congratulate you or say, get out of here. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, this is the reporting. And not only the reporting, I'm pretty sure the person who wrote this didn't even think about this. That's my gut feeling. But that's why when you hear, oh, we pushed down the Russian army. Okay, you pushed it down, pushed it back. Okay, how much? I don't know, 200 yards. It's about 200 meters. Okay, but you don't say, oh, and then they recuperated 1,000 meters in the next 5 minutes after that. That's half of the truth. I mean, I congratulate you for the first 200 yards, but if you don't tell me what happened next, I take my congratulations back from you. Because what the are you talking about? Actually, you lost. The same here. Yeah, you destroyed those guys and the tanks, and very good, and the about 50 fighters. Good for you guys. But what happened next with your paratroopers? Did they survive? Did they retreat? Did they run away? What's going on? These are questions that would change the whole meaning of the article. I mean, if you just stop the 50, okay. But then, nevertheless, thank you for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, and next time, tell me how many of those guys died too, so I can feel, a little bit of something for those. All right. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.